This thing on? Pretty sure it's on. Okay. So, Anthony Davis is a Laker now. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. As Thunder fan, kind of really could care less, but as an NBA fan, this is really good for LA, and it's really good for New Orleans as well. Because like in the trade, I believe the Lakers received Anthony Davis. That's it. But New Orleans received Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, 3 first round picks, which include the number 4 overall pick in this year's draft. Now, for LA, it's easy now. Start acquiring pieces. The simple answer for LA for what to do next is start acquiring pieces to get better. Start acquiring pieces to win now. Because a lot of the guys that they could use to help them win now were on 1-year deals, so they're kind of out of here. So they need to start acquiring pieces to win now. Like, if I were them, I would resign Rondo. That would be one thing that I would try to do. And then there's already speculations that they're trying to get Kemba, which is a good pick. If they're going to try and if they're going to sign the other big free agent this offseason, which they really should do. But this is really a win now move, and they need to start making moves to win now. Like, no more of this rebuilding crap that they're thinking that it was even on their minds. They need to start winning. They need to start trying to win and win now, because now they're kind of on the clock. Because by the end of his contract, LeBron is not going to be the same dude. He is not going to be the same dude. For New Orleans, this was a perfect trade for them. They got 2 other first-round picks, besides the 2019 pick, which I'll get on later, and they got Lonzo Ball, who is a great future, maybe even all-star level point guard, maybe all-star level. You never know. He's got potential. You got Josh Hart, who at his peak, I believe could be a 6th Man of the Year candidate at his peak. And then you got Drew Holiday, who's still there. He would obviously be running the 2. Then you would put Ingram at the 4. They would have him run the 4. You would put Zion Williamson, who they're obviously going to draft, I said at the 4 for Ingram. I meant at the 3 for Ingram. And then you put Zion Williamson at the 4. And then at the 5, you would throw in Julius Randle or keep him on the bench, and then there you go. Because the reason why you might want to keep Julius on the bench is because, or you could have him start over this player because it's because of that number 4 overall pick, all right? Honestly, it's because of that number 4 overall pick. That number 4 overall pick is very, very, very important. Because, obviously, with the number 1 overall pick, they're going to take Zion. Obviously. But with the number 1 overall pick, they'll take Zion. But with the number 4 overall pick, they already have guards. They have guards. They have forwards. As soon as they take Zion, they'll have Ingram. They'll have Zion. They'll have Randle. They're your forwards. Or you can have Randle be your center. Either way. But they are missing a really good centerpiece. I know Jahlil Okafor is doing well and all that, but I think they can do better. They can do better. I think so. If I were New Orleans and I had the number 4 overall pick, I'm just making all types of mistakes in this video. I would take one of 2 players. The first one I might want to take is Bol Bol. And Bol Bol doesn't exactly look, he's the height of a center, but he's got moves similar to a guard. He can shoot over people. He's got some nice handles on him, and he's 7'2", I believe. A 7-footer with handles like a guard, and who can shoot really well, and has some okay defensive prowess. That sounds like another player in his younger times. Yeah, I think he could be Kevin Durant. He could end up being Kevin Durant. Like, at his very highest level, he could play just like him. And it would make perfect sense because they play similar to one another. But if they want a for real true center, if they want to take a for real true center, I would, with that number 4 overall pick, I would take Tacko Fall. He's 7'6", huge player, and he's just a perfect center. He's just a perfect center to put down low. And I don't know how and whether or not you can even try, but get Yao Ming on the phone, because Yao Ming was also a 7'6" center, and he can show him some stuff. He can show him some things about moving inside of the post, how to using that massive height of his to his advantage at its fullest, basically. Because Yao Ming was able to exploit it to the fullest before he was injured. And if you never got injured, Yao Ming would be probably talked about way more. Big China would be talked about way more. So, the Pelicans got a lot to work with right now. And if I were a Celtics fan, I would feel bad, but at the same time, I wouldn't be too upset, because this means it's time to go into young player mode. It's time to build around that young squad. Because Kyrie is on his way out. He better be on his way out. And Kyrie more than likely is not going to. He's not more than likely not going to stay in Boston. And if Kevin Durant doesn't go there first, he's more than likely not going to New York. KD's got to make the first move, depending on that one. The Nets might be able to get him first and then go after somebody else. But as for anywhere else, Kyrie could also go to the Lakers as well. He did apologize to LeBron. He did say all these things to LeBron, and it's a real possibility that he might go back to him, because honestly, Kyrie's not really all that much of a leader. He's not that much of a leader. He's that kind of guy that's a perfect second option. He's just the perfect second option. He's that guy that can really feed off of someone else pulling that gravity away from him. Like someone else also having another center of gravity that pulls away from him so he can make his own moves. That's what makes Kyrie truly great. That's what at least helps Kyrie become great. And that's okay. That's something it's totally fine to be that way. But the Lakers are in a good spot as long as they make good moves over this offseason. The Celtics are still in a good spot because that means they now have a direction that they want to go in. And the Pelicans are on a very good spot. I believe they're in the best spot right now. As long as those guys pan out to be what they should be, they're in the best spot. Because in the future, this squad is going to be nasty. If they all turn out the same way, they all turn out well, this squad is going to be nasty. But my name is Mr. Full Court. I don't really shoot full court shots, but I just like calling myself that because logic. But I'm Mr. Full Court. This has been another video. Like, subscribe, comment down below. I'm gonna stop doing highlights for this 2K. I'm gonna start doing highlights for next 2K once 2K20 comes out. I'm gonna do highlights for the players inside of the pack. So I'm going to do highlights for them. But I'm Mr. Full Court. Like, subscribe, comment, share the video, tell your friends. I'm out.